Hey everybody, once again, Craig DeLuz here, FPC. We are live at SHOT 2018, doing interviews with all sorts of folks. Now this is an FPC exclusive. We are here with Team USA, USA Shooting, and we have the entire team here. Just want you to know, nobody else has this, so just wanted you guys to know. So before we get started, why don't we give each of you an opportunity to kind of introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and the event that you participate in.
My name is McKenna Dahl. I'm the Paralympic bronze medalist in 10-meter air rifle from the Rio 2016 Paralympics. I tried shooting for the first time when I was 12 at a camp for disabled kids, and I was just hooked. Really looking forward to training for this next quad.
I'm Rachel Martin. I'm in the rifle event, so I shoot air rifle in 22. 2015 NCAA champion in 22. And I'm at the Olympic Training Center now, living there, training there. And I actually started when I was 8 years old, so I've been shooting for about 15 years. And my dad made me do it in the beginning. I was not a fan, but I absolutely love it now, and it's been a great bonding experience for me and my family, so I definitely enjoy it.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Caitlin Connor. I'm from Louisiana. I shoot shotgun women's skeet. I started in 4-H shooting sports. I'm the 2015 national champion and 2015 World Championship silver medalist. So I just moved back to Colorado Springs at the Olympic Training Center. I plan on training there and hopefully making it to the 2020 Olympics. Thank you.
And I'm Alexis Slagan, and I'm the 2017 gold medalist for women's sport pistol and silver medalist for women's air pistol. And I've been shooting now for about 5 years. I got my start in college, but I've been shooting ever since I was little. And yeah, it's just a wonderful sport. I do women's pistol.
So I think it seemed like a common theme here was that it seemed like most of you started shooting young. What role do you think getting into, in particular, the shooting sports, or just how important do you believe it is to become familiar with firearm and firearm safety at a young age?
I think becoming familiar with firearm safety at a young age is really important. I think just becoming really familiar with how to properly use a firearm, and then also, for me, I learned at a young age, if it's a gun, don't really touch it. Just kind of always treat a gun as it's loaded. So if you do that and you just have really good safety information and learning how to properly use it, you can also take that into a competition side and learn a rifle, pistol, shotgun, and go on from there. You can do like state matches or collegiate matches or future Olympians.
Yeah, I actually, and I've gotten into this conversation quite a bit with like teammates or coaches. I think, you don't see a ton of kids shooting, and I kind of worry like that'll kind of die out. But I think it's just they're a little bit uncomfortable around guns, and that's somewhat understandable. Like, you do have to be very safe. But once you're around them, once you know how to use them, once you know how to be safe with them, it's a totally different dynamic. And I think that's when kids allow themselves to have fun with it. If they don't really know guns and they're not comfortable, it's not going to be fun for them. So I think it's amazingly important, because I can't imagine my life without it, and it's been the most fun thing I've ever done. So, yeah.
One thing that I noticed now, in case you haven't noticed, you don't fit the typical demographic for those involved in shooting sports. In case you didn't know, you're much younger than those who are involved in shooting sports. But I like to see, younger people getting involved in the shooting sports and just getting involved in and familiar with firearms, period. But then secondly, as women being involved in the shooting sports, I don't know. What is your perspective in terms of what do you think it would take to get more diversity in the shooting sports, whether it's age, whether it's gender?
I think a couple of things for gender. A lot of times women are, they feel uncomfortable, they don't feel invited into the environment, and sometimes the environment does seem a little bit utilitarian, masculine. A lot of companies are reaching out to women, though, and creating a little bit softer of an environment for us to get started into. And really, I think women tend to adapt to shooting sports really well. We have a little bit better multitasking, and so it tends to end up lending to us learning a lot faster, for at least for precision shooting. And I know that the women that have gotten involved have done very, very well and have been able to really progress with it quickly. And then for younger groups, especially, you know, our age, we're coming out of college, looking into our career paths rather than just being really, really young or kind of getting older into it. The idea of going as friends, as going as groups, that tends to appeal more to our age group and our demographic. So I think if there was more opportunities for people to be able to go as a group, as a club, as part of something more, that would probably appeal more to our age groups.
Now, how many of you here have been to SHOT before? You're the only one that hasn't been to SHOT. Tell me what you think of SHOT.
You know what, it's they warned me ahead of time. They're like, it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be super overwhelming. And I was like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. It's a little overwhelming. But man, it's so much fun because like you're just walking around. There's so many people here and everyone is super nice. And I've gotten into so many good conversations with people. So it's amazing. I love it, but I'm going to sleep very well tonight. So.
Yeah, I find that my first experience here was being from California. My first experience was going up to the different manufacturers and saying, "Is that California legal?" And they look at me like, "Yeah, you need to just go away, go away." California really. They still have guns in California. That's what I get when I went. But one of the things, just the amount of stuff that is here, the amount of people that are here. I don't think you could walk this entire thing in 2 days. Right. How many times have you guys been? This is your third? Okay. So what do you guys like best about the SHOT experience?
I think one of the best parts of the SHOT experience is just the connections that you get to make. You know, you see a lot of the same faces year after year, and you come and joke around with them. Go have dinners, and it's just the lifelong connections that are available here. It's just a different atmosphere than it is anywhere else.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, just communication and networking. I can say that just from the shooting industry alone, I probably have a connection in almost every state. And I think that that's really great for just lifelong networking and future job opportunities.
Now, the Firearms Policy Coalition, one of the things we do is we really advocate on behalf of the Second Amendment. And I'm assuming, it's an assumption, but I'm assuming that being involved in shooting sports, obviously the Second Amendment is important to you. I just get a real quick brief. What does the Second Amendment mean to each of you?
The Second Amendment for me is really just it's life opportunities. So many doors have been opened for me because I was able to be a part of the shooting sports and the firearm industry, and I would not be sitting here in front of you today if it weren't for the Second Amendment and the rights that we have.
Yeah, I definitely agree with McKenna. Just being in this sport, it's like I said, I can't imagine my life without it. And the Second Amendment has helped so much with that, me being able to train and being able to compete as much as I do. But I think also as, a woman in her early 20s, I want to have that right to carry if I need to and keep myself safe. And that's something that I really can't imagine giving up the right to do. So to me, it's really important on a large scale.
Yeah, I'll just keep it short and sweet. So I'm pretty thankful for the Second Amendment because shooting is my future. So I definitely need it.
Very similarly, I'm going to echo a lot of what was said. Is for me, it's definitely two streets. It's not only my opportunity to use the tools to progress my career and my Olympic dream, but it's also a way of feeling confident when I'm away from home and on my own and not feeling like I need to be worried or concerned when I'm out there. So it's very, very important to us, and I think that echoes throughout a lot of the Olympic shooting community.
Well, you heard it, folks. Look, let me just tell you, should the zombie apocalypse ever really happen, these are the ladies that you want to hang out with, just so you know. But anyway, I want to thank you for giving us your time, and thank you for being involved in the shooting sports and being ambassadors to the next generation of believers in the Second Amendment. Once again, this is Craig DeLuz with the Firearms Policy Coalition coming at you from SHOT 2018. We'll be back with more fun and interviews.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.